This way. Around. Good boy.
Lush and like slow start to Monday today. Desperately wanted to sleep in, but I didn't. Got out with Josh and Max for a walk. And I just feel like moving your body first thing, like particularly a walk, is just clears the head, kind of sets the tone for the rest of the week. It's getting chillier, but it's just about wrapping up, like layering out. I mean, you know how to stay warm, but what I'm trying to say is I know it's not like the most appealing thought to peel the covers back, get out of bed and go outside. But if you're someone who works from home particularly, it's really important to get out and get a bit of fresh air, sunshine if it's around, but fresh air most importantly. It's just going to be heavy breathing. So I'm just about to go out for my run with Paige. Pretty sure we're doing a 5k. And yeah, just trying to get out before the sun goes down. It's like you're in that part of the year now where you're just chasing the sun constantly. The sun isn't even out, but like the lightness, just chasing the times where it's actually light outside. But yeah, let's go on our little 5k run. It's too dark. So I think that ended up being a 7k run, which was nice. It's certainly getting chillier and darker, and I really need to invest in one of those what's it called that you wear on you, the torches that you can get that like almost like a backpack, but it's not a backpack, it's just, and it has a little light there. I'm sure you've seen them. But yeah, I need to invest in one of those because I have got a head torch, but something just tells me, I haven't ran with it, but something tells me that it's either going to irritate me or fall off my head. I just think if I've got something that's relatively stable like there, and it's kind of more central, isn't it? You're like moving your head around all the time. I don't know why my boiler is deciding to be noisy right now as I'm speaking. It's really inconsiderate. Yeah, you know what I mean. I basically just need to get one of those flashlight torch things that you wear, because we're kind of being blinded by like the bikes and the sensible people with the torches like towards the end. But yeah, it was really, really nice to catch up with Paige as well. So yeah, the only other run now I've got apart from the race is a 3 miler, which I will probably do on Thursday, and then the race is on Saturday. It is bonfire night tonight, but I've not really seen many fireworks. I know, I'm going to come and sit down now. I've got a cup of tea, I've got some popcorn. I'm going to chill out for a bit and then Josh will be home. Yeah, pretty much it for Tuesday. Why does it feel like we're further along in the week than we are? Because we're not, it's Tuesday. So I've just finished up at the gym. Did a little session this morning. Didn't wake up as early as I wanted to this morning, but I still got up on time and got out. I don't know what it is. My trouble is my alarm goes off and then I'm like, yeah, I'll get up in a second. So I turn it off. It's like a Lumi thing. So the light is still on. I just turn the sound off and somehow, even though every time I do it, I go back to sleep, I convince myself that this time will be different. But it's fine. I got up, I got out. And I've still got time when I get back to shower, have breakfast, and then start work. I don't know why I am doing that. So I am really going to out myself here, but this is my lunch. And I'm no nutritionist. I just try and eat like the food groups. So I try and keep it simple, to be honest, because The simpler it is, the more likely I am to eat it and also to cook it. So I've just got potato waffles and some boiled eggs. You might think, where is the sauce? But I don't really want sauce with these eggs. Like if it was a fried egg, I would put tomato sauce all over it. But it's not, so I don't want sauce with it. But yeah, that's my lunch. Pretty simple, pretty quick. You might judge me for it, but I don't care. I do care, but I don't care. So this has just come in the post. 1 second. A little bottle from Cardiff Rescue Hotel and a really cute thank you card for the Cardiff Half Marathon. Such a lovely surprise. Thank you, Cardiff Rescue Hotel. Not that you watch these vlogs, but thank you. I realised I can actually tell you this now because you're not going to see this until I've done it, but I am doing the Cardiff MoRun, I'm pretty sure it's called, and it's basically just a couple of races. So there's like a junior run, then there's a 5k, then there's a 10k, and then there's a half marathon. So I'm running the half marathon, which will be my first one back since the Cardiff half, which was actually a month ago today, which is crazy. And I have been trying to just keep this one a bit more like low key and not bigging it up so much, because that's the mistake I made with the Cardiff half. Was I had this big chunky block of training for a race, and I think the mistake I made was not having races before the big race, if that makes sense, because it was my first. I don't know, I just put a lot of pressure on it, and I think it was partly due to not having done any races. I think it was also I wanted to get a PB, so there was like that pressure. I just bigged it up massively. So with this one, I'm trying to be more like, I'm just running a half marathon, no big deal. Like, obviously going further into marathon training, running a half marathon isn't going to be a big deal anymore because of the distances that I will be building. But just mentally, I'm trying to be like, yeah, no biggie. In fact, I actually keep forgetting. I'm like, I need to be a bit more on it with my eating this week. Because like yesterday, I didn't end up having breakfast. Like, not intentionally. I'm not one of those people who forgets to eat because I love eating. But like, I had the dentist in the morning. So I just didn't. I was just being lazy. I was like, I'm not brushing my teeth and then brushing my teeth again. So by the time I got back from the dentist and like started work, it was just getting on for 11 a.m. and then I was like, oh, do you know what? I'll just wait until lunchtime. So, but yeah, I just keep forgetting. So today I've been more on it, trying to be more on it with my water, because that's like it's a big thing for most people, isn't it? But for me, water is everything, and I feel like once I feel thirsty, I start to panic. So I'm trying to hydrate as much as I possibly can. Obviously, not going overboard, but just drinking enough throughout the day. And that's where I'm very lucky that I work from home, because getting up and going to the toilet every 10 minutes isn't a problem. I mean, I don't think it would be a problem if you were in work, as in a office or... But, oh, honestly, the amount of just yap that I edit out of these videos for the vlog, like I wish I could just show you how much just pure rubbish and like taking the long way round a story when I could just tell that story in about 5 words. I do. I'm a nightmare. So yeah, So I've got that on Saturday. I don't know if I've said that. Saturday morning, I've got that. And I'm actually trying to figure out how I'm going to get there, because I was going to drive, and then Paige made a good point of I'm going to have to drive back with shaky legs. And I'm like, okay, that's not a good idea, because I live over the bridge, on the wrong side of the bridge. So yeah. I'm not thinking about it. I am, but I'm not thinking about it. I'm just... It's nothing. It is actually, to explain, to give it a bit of context, it's like a little bit of some kind of path or something, and then 4 loops. So I don't know how I'm going to take to that, because I was saying about this the other day, like it's kind of girl maths, because I feel like I'll do 1 lap and then I'll be like, okay, 3 to go, do another lap, 2 to go, I'm halfway, 1 more lap, oh, I've only got 1 more lap to do. Do you know what I mean? I'm a bit like that. So it could either go like that, or it could go, Jesus Christ, like, I am so bored. What? I've got to do this 3 more times? It could go like that. Depends on the day. But yeah, I'm just trying to approach it with, you know, a fun mind. I always try and think about the free things that you get at the end. It's not free because I paid however much for an entry, but it's a free t-shirt. It's girl maths. Sorry, but how is it this season already? How is it this season? So I am just about to go out. I'm so conscious of saying that now. I am going out for a little 3-mile steady run. Last one before the race on Saturday. This is the gilet from that I was banging on about last week. I haven't actually worn it out on a run yet. I don't know if I'm being a bit dramatic in wearing that. Also, please excuse the I'm just not going to show you now because I did that. The golf trolley. It's not mine. And yeah, it's like, it's warm. I don't know. It could be a bit of an overstep for today's run, because I don't think it's quite that cold yet. But I am taking my camera out, and I just like having my pockets. So that's my logic really as to why I'm wearing it. And in case you missed last week's vlog with my Aldi running haul, this is from Aldi, and it was, I want to say it was £11, and if it's not, I'll correct myself somewhere. So yeah, let's do a bit of stretching. And get out on the road. Not on the actual road, on the pavements. Been to Lidl and just got some, like, what I'd call carb loading staples. So this is just what I did for the Cardiff half marathon, which was the last half marathon, and outed myself fully here. The first time I didn't take Imodium before a race. So I've got some Greek natural yogurt. I've got some pancakes because these served me well. before. It just so happens that it's the exact same stuff from the exact same place, but not really intentional. I'm pretty sure it's like the same everywhere you go. Chocolate milk. Josh, if you're watching, I will have drunk the other chocolate milk that I've got in the fridge. It's just a backup. Some bagels. Bagels are just my go-to food now for running. It's just nice and safe. Nothing, you know, nothing goes wrong, touch wood. And then just not necessarily a carb loading staple, but an energy staple / just wanted an excuse to buy sweets. So yeah, that's my mini little haul from Lidl. I was thinking about this earlier. Tomorrow I'm actually gonna have to like be mindful of every single thing I'm eating. So I think I'll allow myself like one caffeinated drink, and then yeah, don't want to push it too much. If you know, you know. And my belly is just, I've got to play it safe. There's no point risking it. But yeah, scary that tomorrow is my like last normal day before race day. I am starting to get a bit nervous now, but I guess that's normal, isn't it? So I just gotta, you know, no one's there like to watch me, no one's kind of tracking me, no one really is aware that I'm doing it like purposely. I've done it that way, so that takes the pressure off a bit. Yeah, just see how it goes.
This is a brief meditation designed to help you move into your day with greater clarity and stability.
So you joined me a very rare occasion where I am actually cooking a meal. So this is this is Josh's like replica of the like bachelor's pasta and sauce. That's what it tastes like to me anyway. So it's just pasta, cheese and broccoli. I really don't think this is the most flattering angle, but it's fine, we're just going to deal with it. Yeah, this is my safe meal. Hopefully I can do it a little bit of justice. He is a better cook. That would be putting it lightly to say he's the better cook, because I just don't cook. I don't enjoy it. He enjoys it, so he cooks. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to make this pasta now. I'm really nervous for tomorrow. But my plan of action, my like plan of attack for this evening is to cook this pasta, to have a bath, get all my stuff ready, because I'm getting the train tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is, once I finish the race, I'm going to get changed somewhere just so I'm not stinking out the whole train, and then I will come home, shower, do absolutely nothing for the rest of the day, and then I still have Sunday, which is just great. So yeah, let's get cracking, and then I will, if it's not a complete disaster, I will I'll check back in however long it takes me to understand this recipe and do it. What could he possibly be after? Some broccoli. Want some broccoli? They're nice. I think that is a success. Do you know what? I'm bigging this up so much, but it's like the easiest thing to cook in the world. Is basically just milk, vegetable stock, like onion powder, butter. I think that's it. And then the pasta and the broccoli, like easiest thing in the world, all in one pan. So I have made myself enough of a portion for 2 people on purpose, because I am trying to eat all the pasta. But yeah, that's my tea. This race day, I haven't woken up properly yet. I got my bagels. Very nervous. I'm gonna eat my bagels and do a little 10-minute meditation. It's gonna be fine. Arrived at the train station on time, 10 minutes to spare. My train, I was about to say my train is in 10 minutes, but I just said 10 minutes to spare. So yeah, let's get a wiggle on. Okay, that was, like, the worst bit about that was the journey home. I was at the train station by about, and I've done this before, honestly. I was at the train station by, I don't know, 20 past 12. The train that I'm getting on, I think, was arriving. I can't remember what time the train I thought I was getting on was arriving. Turns out I was looking at Bristol to Cardiff and not the other way around. So I had to wait a bit longer. Then got on that train, which was like one change, so I knew about that. Got off at the right place, thank God. Was stood on the wrong platform, so I didn't even realise. I was just waiting for the train that I thought I was meant to be going on, and it was only when that one like flagged up and said where it was going that I was like, oh, that's not where we're going. And I'd missed the train that I was meant to be on had I just waited on the platform that I got off on. But like, I'm not even gonna blame half marathon brain. This is my brain 24/7. Like, I don't know why I do the things I do. Anyway, it's 2 o'clock. It's gone 2 o'clock now. It's 20 past 2, and I've just sat in the car. But it could have been worse. I could have had to drive home with sore legs. So I've only got a short drive back. And yeah, PB, which I'm really, really happy about. It was 4 loops essentially, with like a little bit at the start to make the 0.1 miles, but yeah, I quite enjoyed it. It was the first half marathon I've done without walking, which I'm really, really proud of myself for, because especially towards the end, like, in my head I was thinking, well, I could stop and walk, who's stopping me? Like, no one's stopping me. But I'm stopping myself. Like, we are not walking. And I didn't walk, so I know it's silly, but I'm really proud of myself for that. My time was 2 hours 15 minutes 37 seconds, so sub 2 hour 20. My like chip time at the Cardiff half was 2 hours 20. My Strava time was 2 hours 18, I think. So PB, really, really, really happy with myself. But yeah, I'm going to drive home now, run a bath, and just do nothing. Me and Max are just going to chill on the sofa and just be lazy. Weirdly, it's quite nice that it's on a Saturday, because then I feel like tomorrow I can actually just have a fairly chilled day now. But yeah, really nice event, like quite a low-key event compared to the Cardiff half. And as I said, they've got the 5k, 10k and half marathon options. And it was a flat course as well. So like, even though you're going past the finish line, is it 3 times or is it 4 times? However many times before you actually, I think it's 4 times before you actually go to the finish line. But it's weird because I don't know, for me, I think because it was broken up that way and it was just taking it 5k chunks at a time, which is what I try to mentally do when I'm doing a half marathon anyway. And I knew what was coming up, I knew what to expect, I knew that, oh, okay, at this point we're on the way back, and yeah, so I weirdly like enjoyed that, even though it was obviously repetitive. The final loop, I will say, every single part just felt 10 times longer. I think because I was like, yeah, like this is the last one now, so I was thinking this is just going to fly by, and then it didn't, and I was like, but yeah, and obviously like the marshals are really lovely, and it's all people taking time out of their day at the end of the day, isn't it, to help out with arranging an event like that. The guy who was like the, what are they called, the guy on the mic, whatever they're called, he shared a story after we'd done our stretches. It was really, really powerful, where he'd been in a really, really dark place himself mentally a couple of years ago, and I don't know if it's a friend, but somebody turned around to him and just said, "I've got you," and he got us all to turn to the person next to us and just say, like, give him a high five or a fist bump and say, "I've got you." Appreciate, like, you know, that's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's just it's a powerful message, isn't it? And at the end of the day, we don't know what the person next to us is going through. Men particularly are renowned for not speaking about their mental health, not speaking about their emotions, you know. So yeah, it's just a really, really important message and reminder to us all, you know, to check in with each other. But yeah, I am so tired. So I think it's time for me to drive back now and get a lovely hot bath. I've been dreaming about this all the way home. Since waiting for the train at 12:20 or whatever time it was, and now getting home and it being 3:00. These are my snacks of choice. As you probably saw, I did have a sandwich and a protein bar and a coffee, so yeah. I made Josh drive me to get a McFlurry. Here it is, an M&M. Here it is, an M&M's McFlurry, or McFlurry. Checking in the day after the Cardiff MoRun half. I am weirdly I feel fine. It's like the weirdest thing. In terms of my legs, I can feel that I have ran a race. But it's crazy how your body just obviously adapts to things, like because obviously Cardiff half, I think I said I felt like pretty alright. But the races before then, it was always like, like getting up in the morning, it's like, what, like I can tell I've run a race yesterday. That's kind of all I have to like report on today. Quite a nice chilled Sunday we've got planned. Got to go and collect a food order. Josh has popped into the shop to get some lunch because we didn't factor that in this food order. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. So I actually last week forgot to do my highs and my lows, so I am going to do them in this video. So I can't remember which one I start off with, but maybe if we start off with the low points and we can finish with the highs. I don't know if I have any low points with anything, to be honest. I'd say this week I felt very fatigued, but I know what that's down to, and that's fine. Like, that's just, I get like that during certain times of my cycle, so I know that that's like, it's not a concerning thing, but it's, I also hate it because it's just annoying. Do you know what, if you'd asked me this on Friday, I probably could have listed a couple of things, but I feel like the high of yesterday just like overrules everything, to be honest. So yeah, I'd say my only low point this week has just been fatigue, and which has then impacted me like getting up at the times I want to get up. However, I have been a lot better at getting up when I said I would get up this week. So and then high points, a lot easier actually to discuss, which is a very, very nice thing to say, and I'm aware of how like lucky I am to be able to say that, and make no mistake that like if this time last year was a very different situation for me, and there were definitely more low points than there were high points. So it's really lovely to have like, you know, the opposite this time compared to last year. But yeah, my high points, obviously the PB yesterday. I think also yesterday I just mentally I felt so much different. I think it helped that I didn't have sort of pressure on me, because like I said yesterday, no one really knew that I was doing it. Also, I've been trying to work on my mentality when it comes to races and running, and like I got to a point in the run where I was like, well, I could stop, like if I want to stop I can stop, but there was the other part of my brain, or you know, whatever, that was kind of fighting back and being like, yeah, we could, but we're not going to. Like, no, there is no option to stop, we just carry on, and we are capable. So that kind of voice was fighting back a lot more with the part of me that was doubting myself. So that was a first. Don't know why my voice broke then. Not getting emotional over that, I swear. And yeah, so that was another high point. And then the other high point this week, and maybe really cheesy, but that's fine, just spending time with friends. I'm just really, really grateful, because again, there was a point where I wasn't letting people in. I assumed that I would face rejection, as opposed to actually the concept of people might just like me for who I am. So I was shutting myself off to people before they could even sort of have a chance to be my friend, or me be friends with them, or, you know, because I felt so unlikable. I got back from seeing a couple of my friends, I think it was last November, and I said to Josh, like, I just find it weird that people would want to spend time with me. And that's, again, that kind of shows the different mentality, and I think my point of healing that I was in. So yeah, I'm just really thankful for just everything, because there was a time where it was so different. This year has really been a lot about growth and sort of healing. Anyway, so yeah, that's my high points for this week. Really grateful, really thankful. I know that it's always highs and lows, and that's just the way that life goes. So I'm always just really thankful when the highs are high-in. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.